everyone, thanks very much for joining us. I'm Philip Duncan. The weather this week is going to start off warm and fairly settled, but by the end of the week it will be wintry in some places, and then this weekend we're back to more high pressure. So let's take a look at the animated wind map, and we've got a warm subtropical flow continuing on for much of the North Island. Even though the wind direction may locally be a sou'wester, we're going to be seeing that wind coming out of the subtropics and turning around. So warm weather in the days ahead before the cold change, which comes in at the end of Wednesday and across Thursday and Friday. So let's take a look at the setup for Wednesday, and you can see this big building system out in the Tasman Sea. The warm weather is in front of it, so you'll find that most of the North Island and South Island will be warmer than average, both tonight and going through Wednesday, with those warmer winds coming in. And then by the end of the day, showers turning to rain in some places, although others will just have a few showers. And there will be a couple of heavy downpours as well. Out at sea, that blue line, that's the indicator of something colder being dredged up in that southerly. So we don't get that on Wednesday, but on Thursday, it does get a lot closer to New Zealand, and it comes in now to the lower portion of the country. So it'll be wintry on Thursday around Southland, and then later on Otago, parts of the west coast and Canterbury, as this big cold southerly here heads northwards. But on the other side of that dark blue line, you can see there, it's like a wave of cold air surging up in that southerly. On the other side of it, warm nor'westers continue. So it won't be cold on Thursday until the end of the day, when that colder change sweeps through. Otherwise, it's a mild one for the north and central New Zealand, with more follow-up rain and showers. Now, it gets colder on Friday in the north, but again, it's a little complicated. The low is split into two sections, and the secondary one is just keeping the nor'westers blowing through. The colder weather is caught up in this, but really the upper North Island won't be getting it as badly as some other parts of the country. It'll be much colder down in the lower part of the South Island, but as you can see, the skies clear up to some degree on Friday, so that'll be a cold night, and there could be some pretty hefty frost around when you wake up on Saturday morning. But this is Saturday lunchtime, so there's a fine line between the going to bed on Friday night and some point on Saturday when those showers come back in. So the frost could be quite limited. And as we head into the weekend, the South Island's cold. The North Island's finally now a bit colder pretty much everywhere. And we've just got showers around starting to ease, because there is another big high building out there to the west. Now, taking a look at the snow, this is the snow map for the next 5 days, right through until Saturday. And as you can see, parts of the South Island are getting into the pink zones. That's up to 75, maybe even 100 centimetres of snow. So that's a fair bit coming in for the mountains. But as you can see, it's not coming in to the coastal areas. It's really only the mountains and ranges, but down to a few hundred metres. And here is the rainfall map for the same period of time, the next 5 days ahead. Good to see more relief coming for the north. The oranges and the gold colourings there are sort of around 15 to 30 millimetres. So that's again really helpful on top of what just fell. Some farmers between Northland and Auckland are actually saying they've had too much rain. They want it to stop now. So that's a really good sign. But eastern areas looking a little bit drier. Canterbury, make the most of any rain you get. You're actually leaning drier than normal now, which is where we end. Because if you're interested in the climate outlook for the rest of June, we've just updated it, latest maps from IBM, and it is suggesting that it will be a mild June despite the cold snap coming in later this week, and more rain coming in for dry northern areas, although once again, hit and miss, sort of patchy stuff. But we've got the full outlook there. Just go to the Weather Watch homepage or take a look at the news section on our app. That's all from me. We'll see you again on Wednesday with the latest as this cold snap approaches.